ready. Just trying to do this. So the first thing you want to do is, okay guys, welcome to and welcome back. We are going to make some tiramisu. It was a toss-up all day between cheesecake and tiramisu, and I bought the ingredients for both of them, and I just now decided tiramisu is going to be it. Let's get started. So first what you want to do is you want to get your water bath ready. You just want to add a little bit of water to a pot so that you can start the steaming process. And don't waste that water, honey. You can mop your floor with it. No, I'm just playing. You can pour it in your dishwater, whatever. But I just put a little bit in there, like you would cook some ramen noodles. I don't use that pot to cook with no more. I got me a new pot. So I have to say it for the people who might notice, but my shirt is tucked in, so it's kind of giving me an odd shape. I'm just saying. And this is what's going to, that's what's going to get it cooking without cooking. You want it to cook, but you don't really want it to cook. So now we're going to sift our flour. First thing we're doing, getting all this stuff out the way. We're going to crack some flour in here. Put some flour in here. Y'all, I'm not bringing my ring light out. That's just too much wear and tear on the light bill, so I'm not doing it. I'm very frugal and resourceful. I don't know how much flour that was, honey, but it looked like it was about enough. And now we're going to put some cornstarch. Now, I know y'all got some cornstarch. This ain't nothing but, what, $2 at Walmart. I got everything laid out for y'all. Do y'all see that? I don't never do that. I had everything but the cornstarch. We're going to put about that much of that. All right. And now we're going to do 3 eggs. Okay, we got our eggs sitting here. We're going to crack them. Bada bing, bada boom. Put that in there. Crack it. Bada bing, bada boom. You're searching for shells. You're looking for shells while you're doing this. Crack it. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to throw this away. So I really enjoy, we're going to separate the, I washed my hands. I'm going to use this. And now I'm just going to separate the yolk from the whites. Okay, there we go. You see how that, now it's singular, it's by itself. Separate it, separate it. All right, separate it, separate it, okay. All right, so now we just have I want to call it the heart of the egg. You say, why are you calling it that? I don't know. It's the center of it, right? So, all right. So I'm gonna set this here, and we're gonna put this in here. The water is still is getting hot. We can do 2 things at once. I do believe. We're gonna put a little bit of sugar. Y'all see I got my measuring tools out and everything, but ain't nobody got time for that. We're going to put a little bit of, however much this is, sugar, or sugar. And now we are going to whisk it. And what are we whisking? We are whisking the whites with some sugar. Where's my blender? I'm not finna do this today. I'll do this when I'm baking a cake, but that's it. Let's see. Tony had all this when he was cooking the Thanksgiving dinner. There it is. It's right here in my face. So now we're going to mean, I guess. Ooh. You want to whip that up until that's absolutely disgusting looking. Our water bath is ready. Okay, so now we're going to get another bowl because we need all these bowls, y'all. And now we're going to whip this, okay? Put those in the sink. Slide that up, put that there. We're going to add some sugar to this. These are our, is this sugar or is this flour? Just a little bit of sugar there. All right, so this is what this looks like. You see how that does not look good at all, but it's necessary. Alright, so now we're going to mix this with this. Okay, give this a blend. Ooh, that looks disgusting. This looks perfect. Perfecciones. Okay. And now we're going to pour this in here. I even got my, what's the name, my spatula, y'all. I wasn't playing around. Now, I know I just said a whole bunch of stuff about sugar and all that. But, honey, this dessert, I'm just going to eat a little bit of this dessert. In 2025, we changing it. We switching it up. But, I'm just grateful that I'm able to, that I know how to cook this. Thanks to the internet. But I'm grateful that I know how to cook this because it's nothing like eating your own cooking when you know that it was made with love and clean hands and whatnot. But I do enjoy their tiramisu at Italian Delight. Alright, so now we're going to, I'm going to whisk this flour real quick. Whisking it together, whisking it together. Okay. Lord have mercy. Let me turn this water bath off. And now we're going to put a little bit of flour. That should be enough. And we're going to stir it. Give it a good stir. I hope I haven't lost anybody. What part of the dessert is this? This is the part that gives it the texture. Because the rest of the dessert is like soft and smushy. It looks disgusting, but it's so good. And this is the part here that gives it the texture and the, I don't know, it just makes you want more. No? Just me? All right. So it looks like we could use a little bit more flour. Flour. Just a little bit. Don't go crazy. But if you do go crazy, God can always bring you back. He'll keep you in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on him. Yes. All right, so this is way too doughy. But, I mean, you know, looks more like pizza dough. So now we're going to preheat our oven. 350. Okay, this is a black household. Everything cooks on 350, whether you like it or not. I seen a comedian that told a joke about how we cook on 350. And I was like, wow, I do. My husband, he read, except for my husband, y'all, he reads the instructions and he follows the directions. And he told me, he's like, you know, how to cook his cornbread, how he likes it. And he was like, and don't cook it on 350. And I'm just like, I wouldn't even know what to do cooking on 400. Or whatever it said. I'm pretty sure it said 400. Okay, so now we're gonna get our little cake pan out or whatever. So y'all notice I got the mascarpone, hold on, mascarpone. There we go, mascarpone cheese sitting out so we can get room temperature. We're gonna use this, and we're just gonna put this on here like so. You say, what is she doing? I am making a masterpiece. A little bit of flour on it. We almost used up all that flour, y'all. All right, so the reason why I keep adding more flour to it, you know, everybody's recipe is different, but I want mine to really have the texture. I don't really like it light and airy, and because then it's like you really can't, I don't know. I'm the kind of person where my crust, let me go ahead and use, where is that at? The crust of, like, let's say peach cobbler or whatever, or apple pie, I like a lot of crust on my stuff. So, naturally, I'm going to like a lot of texture in my tiramisu. Alright, so now it is the perfect, for me, it is the perfect texture, ready to be made in cookie form. I'm going to set this in here, and I'm going to throw this in the trash. Alright. Presentation is everything, y'all. Presentation is everything. Ball it up. Press it out. That's one. Ball it up. So you can't do that if they're real soft and smushy. Smushy. Flatten it out. You got to press it out. That's what you do. You just press it out. So I hope everybody's having a good day. If not, honey, tomorrow, the sun will come out tomorrow. Look here, let me tell you. We might not always like the lessons we learn while we're learning them, but nonetheless, thanks be unto God. All right, so now I'm starting to feel the moisture coming back to these things. You say, what does that mean? That means they're going to be sticking, and I don't want them sticking. So I'm going to do what I got to do so I can have a successful video. And I'm going to speed it up. These can be eaten by themselves. Do I suggest it? No. Because why would you, I mean, maybe I guess if you dip them in your coffee in the morning or whatever. You see how it's starting to stick? That ain't what we wanted to do. Anyway, they don't sell ladyfingers at Walmart, so learn how to make them yourself, especially if you like tiramisu. They have a really good tiramisu at most Italian restaurants. Most, okay. Now we got a pretty good tiramisu at the job. I'm just saying, like, my tiramisu when I made it, following this recipe. Speaking of that, y'all, I got this recipe from Oh Yum with Anna Olson. Olson. So yeah, I just looked at her tutorial, and you know, when it comes to I'm gonna put a little bit of flour, what's left on here. So one tip I will share with you guys, moving forward, don't throw away no flour, honey. You might need it. Like right now, this little last piece is sticking. That little flour would have came in handy. All right, so I'm gonna leave this here because I believe I'm gonna need that. We're gonna put these in the oven, 350. It all makes sense when you see the video. We're going to put them in there like that. We're going to turn this on so we don't forget that they in there, because we will. All right. The steam is steaming, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. Set this here. Oh, this should have been open before the video. This is $5.99. I had to go to 3 stores to retrieve this. You say, what you mean? What you mean? They didn't have it at my Walmart. They didn't have it at the other Walmart. And they had it at Price Choppers, but since I had to go out to Walmart, I was like, I'm just going to get it from my Walmart because that's where I normally got it from. But I should have grabbed it when I seen it at Price Choppers. Get our eggs. We're going to crack them over here. Put that in there. Crack them over here. Uh-oh. See how quickly I got confused? We need one more egg, y'all. One more. All right. So I have my, I have a cheesecake coming up as well. All right, so we got that like that. Put this in the trash. All right, so we're going to get our yolks out. Boom, bam. Get your yolk out. Speaking of yolk, his yolk is easy and his burden is light. Somebody needs to know. All right, so this egg here is breaking all the rules. What do I do in this situation? That just burns my biscuits. I've never had this happen. All right, so that looks about right. That looks about right. Whew. Lord Jesus, give me strength. I'm trying to take away the yellow because it wasn't supposed to start scrambling. Anyway, we're going to add some sugar to the yellow. That's flour. We don't want to do that. Adding sugar to the yellow. Okay. All right, we got a teaspoon of vanilla crack-a-lackin'. Okay, guys, so hindsight is 20/20, right? Looking back on this video while doing this voiceover, I realized that before I added any more flour to the ladyfingers was perfect. I don't know how much that was. I just eyeballed it. Thank God for these eyeballs. Okay, so I lost my top. I'm going to set this here so that I don't spill that. I don't want a 30-minute video, y'all. Alright, so that is that, okay? Alright, so now we're going to put this on top of the steam and we're going to turn it on. I should have already had it turned on, but we're going to turn it on. And it's going to cook. It's going to aid in the cooking process. Alright. Okay, so as y'all can see, it is cooking. Oh, Jesus, we almost got scrambled eggs up in here. Let's take this off. Turn that off. Push that to the side. Now we're going to add in our mascarpone. All right. And we're just going to do this. And the cheese is going to cook. How long did I leave that? It's 2 or 3 minutes, y'all. If the steam is steaming, then it don't take long at all. But because I had to turn the pot on. Anyway, you want to get it hot enough to where when you add the mascarpone cheese, it kind of starts to cook, to melt. Does that make sense? No? Now I got 2 of them mascarpone, what's the names? Oh Lord. That was not supposed to come off of there. Anyway, I'm debating on how much of this I want. Since I don't cook this recipe very often, I think I'm just gonna put this in the refrigerator and make it again another day. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and whisk this. So now I'm gonna set that over here, break this out. Whoa, I did not want it to go that fast. All right, let's look at what we got. Look at what we got. We're gonna add that other one, y'all. We're gonna add that other one. Because that is not gonna be enough. It's a perfect, nope, I'm seeing that is enough. All right, so y'all might be wondering, like, what is she doing? I was gonna add some more because this is like the best part of the tiramisu, and that's just enough for like maybe three servings. And here we got all this. I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over. But you can always store your ladyfingers and save them. Because you know, these things, when you buy them on Amazon, can y'all see how pretty this is? So I'm just flipping them over. I'm gonna put them back in the oven. But when you buy these on Amazon, they're in a big old plastic bag. Have I ever bought them? I haven't bought them, but I've seen them on Amazon. But big old plastic bag, and they can just like sit in your pantry for quite some time, to my knowledge, or in your refrigerator, because they say the harder they get, like the older they get. I don't know. Don't get me to lying. But this is something that doesn't go bad as quickly as other desserts. I'll put it that way. We're gonna put these in here for about 2-3 more minutes. Because you want to be able to break them open, and you want them to be as dry and not hollow, but dry and like, because they're going to soak into the coffee, which we're going to start making right now. Woo, Jesus. I really got that on camera, y'all. This stove is still hot from the water bath, and I just picked this up. It was burning and almost burned my hand. Anyway. Got that ready, that's ready. Like I said, the coffee. And since I do instant coffee, y'all, no, I'm not gonna use this because y'all will talk about me. All right, so I got my coffee cup out. This is a coffee cup, Nehemiah. It's Nehemiah 8:10. The joy of the Lord is my strength. We're just gonna fill this up to here. We're gonna make it super, super strong. Let me just do it, right? 2 minutes. I'm going to do it just how I do my normal coffee. And we're going to put a shot of rum, because I believe I have some rum. Don't judge me. But I believe I have some rum here. So they say this mascarpone cheese is naturally sweetened, right? Let's try it. I definitely understand why they make this with tiramisu. If it's sweetened, I must have to go 90 days without regular sugar to be able to taste it, because I don't taste the sweetness. All right, so now the microwave has given us the indication that it is done with us. Okay. So now we're going to pour a little bit of this water into the dish, because that's way too much water. As big as this cup is, I just want it to be down here. And now we're going to get our, whatever size this is, and we're just going to make black coffee stronger than what you normally would make it, because you really want it to have that flavor, right? And we're going to add a little bit of sugar to that. Okay. I found the lid to that. Didn't realize I set it on top of the red lid of the sugar. One less thing we got to worry about. I'm going to put a little bit more. I'm going to put some vanilla inside our coffee mixture. Did y'all see that? I just You know, you got to make the recipe your own. Sugar. You would think I'm endorsing sugar with this recipe. Good Lord. Have mercy, Jesus. Alright, so now we're going to let this sit because our ladyfingers are about ready to come out the oven. So we're going to put this over here. That's what we're going to saturate it. Y'all going to see how it comes together. But first we got to slide that over there. We got to blend this. We're going to add some sugar to it. These are the whites of the eggs. Remember we was doing all that trying to pick out the egg part that started to kind of like break apart. And before you know it, we was going to have scrambled eggs. We're about done using our beaters. We're going to mix this in with this. Oh, Lord. Y'all see how that's just... I hope I did that right. Alright, so now we're going to fold and blend and fold and blend and hope and pray and hope and pray. Alright, it's getting more... it's making more of it. Okay. Won't he do it? Won't he multiply? All right. So we're just getting all that off the sides because we don't want to waste around here. I have yet to find waste not, want not in the Bible, but I found it to be true. If you don't waste, you ain't going to want it. Then again, no, that's not true because you can still not waste and you can still want. Anyway, let me keep going. Let's not get stuck. Alright, so now that is perfection. Okay. And that's going to allegedly thicken up as it sits in the ice box. Because you don't want to eat tiramisu hot. Okay. I don't care what your grandma say. You don't want to eat it hot. Alright. Just want to make sure I got all that goodness in there, honey. Because that mascarpone cheese is $5.99 at the hen house. I can smell the ladyfingers. And I also have some a recipe for banana nut bread coming up. Yes, honey. I'm in the kitchen cooking. In the kitchen cooking with Ronnie. So, Ronica. Let me get these out of here before they burn. And now we're going to get our presentation. Because 90% of what you do is presentation of it, okay? Okay? You can suck at your job, but if you are good at presenting what you suck at, that's half the battle. All right, so this is where we're going to put our tiramisu on. Well, I really want to break one of those ladyfingers up for y'all. As I was saying, I'm trying to move expeditiously because I don't want to edit a long video. To my husband, it looks like I'm just sitting on my phone playing. But this is work. Alright, so now we're going to... Let me try one. Let me get this big old bad boy out of here. So they're done in the middle. They taste like, I don't know. You want to pour, some people just dip the ladyfingers in the coffee, you know, and then lay them across the what's the name, to each his own. You want them to absorb, and they're going to get soggy. That's why they had to be crispy, crunchy to begin with. I'm going to do it how I do it. So I ended up just pouring all the coffee on the ladyfingers, just letting it soak up. Got to make it your own. Whatever you do, make it your own, y'all. Respect the cultures, but make it your own. That's what makes the world go round. All the many different flavors and different styles and different everything. That's why YouTube is so popular. Some people are addicted to it because there's so many different personalities and styles, and you can look at how people have their bedroom set up, look at how people do their hair, what their morning routine is. The eye is never, the Bible says the eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. So now that we have this position this way, let's get this. So y'all see that there's still a little bit of, that might be a little bit too much coffee, because that may change the texture of the tiramisu. We're going to pour that in here. Okay? Okay. Let me just crack one of these. I'm going to break them apart, y'all. Because it's important that they get saturated. It is important. Y'all don't think y'all understand the importance of it. Otherwise, you're going to be biting into something and it's going to be like, and this definitely has too much flour in it. They should have been kind of, well, I can't say that because they are good. They do taste like regular ladyfingers. They got the texture I was anticipating because of the extra flour. But you want to make sure that your fork, okay, this is a soft dessert. You want to make sure that your fork can go in, and we're going to do it like this. That's what we're going to do. And let that sit for about 2-3 minutes and then pour the excess out. That's how we do that. Anyway, let me try this again. So I keep eating the ladyfingers. I want y'all to see the texture. Can y'all see that? You can't, can you? You won't even be able to see how it's broken up. But when you're making your ladyfingers, you can make them in the shape of whatever pan you're going to actually have the tiramisu in. That's something to think about. I knew that, but I like how the ladyfingers look. Like that's the shape of fingers, right? Anyway, I'm going to try this piece here. They need to soak a little bit longer. Heavy whipping cream. Ooh, we bought it and didn't even use it. What is that? January 23rd, 2025. Shake it up. Little bit of this. Alright, so one thing I will say about heavy whipping cream, this is part of the recipe that I believe I'm doing on my own. Heavy whipping cream with some sugar. Okay. You'll never see me put a whole lot of sugar in at one time because this is a dessert that has sugar just continuously. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. And now we're gonna put a little bit of cocoa. You can get this in your baking section with your baking soda and cornstarch. And then again, I don't know where it's at in your Walmart. We're gonna break out the blender on this again, y'all. I can't do it. So I've already done quite a bit of cleaning. Now, like, why is she telling us that? Because I've already cleaned this part. But now I'm gonna take one for the team and we're gonna do it again. Yeah. So you just want to stir this up until it thickens up. That's one thing about heavy whipping cream, that you can make whipping cream, your own whipping cream, whipped cream. Yeah, I still gotta cook dinner after this. I'm not gonna record the dinner though. It's gonna be some pasta with spaghetti sauce and hamburgers. Y'all have seen that a million times. The only difference is I'm using ziti. So now it's starting to thicken up. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's starting to thicken up. We got the sugar and the cocoa in there. Somebody said this is a dessert in itself. Alright, so as y'all can tell, that is, let me just taste it. Super, super sweet. Super sweet. But not too much. I can't do real sweet desserts, y'all. I can't do it. So as you can see, this is, just want to show you. Well, okay, there's still some dry pieces in there. But it's more, fork sinkable. Your fork will be able to sink into it. And I'm not even able to drain that off of there, y'all. I'm going to leave that just like that. And we're going to go with it and roll with it. Take these off. No? Y'all, me trying to operate these apparatuses. Where is my... I didn't put everything up. Lord have mercy. There it is. I put it in the coffee mixture. So, this is the mascarpone cheese. Drizzle it. Drizzle it. My soul said, yeah, yeah. Come what may. And then, yeah. No? Y'all don't know that song? Alright, we still got a lot in there now. Let's get all that out of there. Pretend like it's money. Okay? Pretend as if it's money. Alright. I mean, because technically it is, right? Okay, so now I'm regretting that this may not come out right. I'm over it. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all, I'm good thing y'all can't see my face because it's not a pleasant one. We're going to do that like that. And then we're just going to slather this on top of here. And hope for the best. Same way I do my sewing, y'all. There's nothing wrong with critiquing a recipe. I mean, you usually want to critique it to the better. But I mean, who knows? This may just, you know, this may be my favorite part of the dessert. Whatever this is I'm putting on top of here. All right, so now I'm just going to spread this out like so. And then we're going to put this in the refrigerator for a substantial amount of time until it gets frozen, becomes part of the frozen chosen. And then we're going to add some, we're going to add the cocoa to it now. We're not going to put that off. That's the best part. Come what may still. So some people, they use their sifter, and I just, you know what I'm saying? I just use my shaky hands. A sifter makes it look nice and evenly distributed and pretty, but life's not always pretty, honey. Sometimes you get a watery tiramisu, girls and guys. All right, so that looks like, yeah, it's ready for the refrigerator. I'm gonna stick this in the freezer. Let it thicken up. I'm gonna put it right on top of that ice cream. I put it in the freezer because that's where we turn this water off. So I put it in the freezer because that's where we store ours at work. So it only makes sense. Freeze it up and then let it unthaw when you're ready to slice it. Let me just make sure that this ain't on. Listen for it if it tips over. Check it. Listen for it. Check it. I don't think it'll tip over. We're gonna let that sit for about, I don't know, until Anthony comes home from work, and then we'll cut it and put it in our cute little containers. Yeah, I got this from the Goodwill. Just took it home, cleaned it, washed it up real good, and I have 2 of these, and I was like, this would be perfect for the presentation of my desserts. I don't know what they're originally used for, but it's that time. I've literally edited the first portion of the video, and now we're going to see what the tiramisu is looking like, if it's frozen, too frozen to cut, or if it's perfect, or tipped over. Ooh, this looks frozen. Yeah, this is solid frozen. So I've already made the dinner. I edited that whole video, 50-minute video, while I was waiting on this. So that's how long that's been in the freezer. And be careful when putting glass stuff in the freezer because it can break. It can get so cold that it can shatter. I forgot all about that. And this is, okay, it's not too frozen. It's doable. One thing you'll learn about watching my channel is that my recipes never come out the same. Even my spaghetti tastes different each time. They may just be frozen. So one thing you'll learn about this channel, if you're new to it, is that I have no problem showing when stuff does not go my way and it doesn't turn out right, or it's not edible. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's also a part of my journey. You know, that's life. You know, it's very misleading when people only disclose the good. And I used to work at Sonic's too, y'all, in my early 20s. So I learned how to make stuff, desserts look really pretty. So that's that coffee residue at the bottom of there. And we're just going to try to keep it cute. I think that's enough. Let me get my fork. So yeah, I grew up in a household where we had like limited silverware. And they'd be like, where's the fork? Who got the fork? So this is the tiramisu. Do y'all eat y'all's desserts with a fork or a spoon? Does it matter? It doesn't, does it? Try not to get none of this on Tony's shirt. Pretend like the lady fingers aren't solid like a rock. Mm. Mm. It's not too sweet, but it's sweet. The ladyfingers, I should have left it. I should have left the flour. See, I didn't want to touch, because I don't have a bag to scoop the, there's a bag that you put all the ladyfingers in, and then it squirts out onto the thing, right? And then that's, because that was the first consistency how I had it. But since I knew I didn't have a bag, I was like, well, I don't really want to touch it like that, so let me just get it in, you know, patty cake form. Anyway, so that was too much flour. We're past it now, right? Hopefully. This is so good. Y'all know me. I gotta keep it a buck 50. Talking about this is so good. Oh my god, this is so good. No, I think I invented a doorstop. Like this stuff is hard as a rock, and it's set and saturated in the coffee for God knows how long, and it still didn't get soft. Like I'm smashing it with my fork, and it's like pebbles are moving out the way. I'm so sad because that was a wasted like gas to the store, like the mascarpone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna try it again. Y'all know how we do it over here, honey. 3-time champions, Kansas City Chiefs. Bring in the dancing boys. Fingers. Okay. I'm gonna let that sit out because I tasted one that wasn't frozen and it was perfect. I'm not the kind of person that will chomp on ice. Cold, frozen ladyfingers does not appeal to me. Once I let it sit out for a while, I just have to work on my ladyfingers. This is the first time they never came out right though. Just point that out. You know, the Lord does things to humble us. So this must mean I got a blessing around the corner. Because this is somebody wouldn't upload this, but I'm gonna upload it. Because this is my time, my money, and my trial and my error. He said in everything give thanks. When the tiramisu comes out wrong and when it don't. When it comes out right and when it don't. Y'all can hear the ice. No, you can't. Nobody want no frozen tiramisu now. I'm done. Too sweet.